Hello my dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine. So welcome you all on my YouTube channel, and today we are going to discuss one of the important topic, allergy and its different causes. So this topic, students, included in disorders of our immune system. We have already discussed in our last videos what is immune system. Immune system is the system of our body that protects us or that you can say defend us from the foreign particles, foreign antigens or disease. And the ability of our body to fight against the disease is called immunity. And we have discussed different types of immunity. We have discussed innate immunity, and we have discussed acquired immunity, passive immunity, active immunity. Different types of immunity we have discussed. So what happens when this immune system doesn't work properly, and what happens if a person having a weak immune system? So it will leads to allergy, it will leads to autoimmunity. So let's discuss one by one. These topics are important for CBSE as well as for NEET. So what is allergy? Students, whenever a person is sensitive to, or you can say hypersensitive to foreign substance, that reaction, that immune reaction, that immune response of a person is called allergy. Sometimes you must have seen that some have you can say allergic to some medicine, specific medicine, and some other person do not have any effects. So this allergic response may vary from person to person. It's not specific that one substance can cause allergy to everyone. Secondly, this allergic response also depends on our immune system. If a person having a strong immune system, so the opportunistic pathogens and of course these kind of hypersensitivity response will not occur. So in exam, when we have to write the definition of allergy, we have to use some keywords. So as you all know that this allergy is also called hypersensitivity. So how can we write a definition here? It is a hypersensitivity of an individual or person to a foreign particle that can also be called as allergen. The substance that is causes allergy, the foreign particle, the foreign substance that is causing allergy is called allergen. Okay students, now what type of hypersensitivity is there? So we can call it as an exaggerated response, hypersensitive response. We can also use term here exaggerated response. Alright student, and you can say hypersensitive immune system. That may get activated, that may start producing antibodies whenever any you can say foreign particles enter in our body, and even when dust particles are there. So let me discuss what are allergens that causes allergy. So that may be dust particles, that may be pollen grains. What are pollen grains, students? These are male gametes. These are also called microspore. They are also called tube cell like sperms in case of human beings. Similarly, male gametes in case of plants are called pollen grains. So allergens may be dust, may be pollen grain, and that may be, you can say, animal dander, that the fur of animals, alright, etc. And sometimes you can say cold weather. In case of some asthmatic patient, this cold weather also act as heat, and cold may act as allergen, you can say. So now we are coming to causes of this allergy. We are coming to causes. Why this allergy causes, why the hypersensitive response causes, why a person you can say instantly undergoes sneezing and having running eyes, running nose, So why this and they have a blisters on their skin. So different types of allergic response you might have seen somewhere sometime. Alright, so we are coming to the causes. So main cells that involved in this allergic response are mast cells. These are cells of our immune system that releases histamine, that dilates the blood vessel, and serotonin. Alright student, actually what happens in case of allergy? Students, what happens whenever there is an allergic response or hypersensitive response of a individual's body, the fluid from blood start moving from blood to tissue. Alright, and due to, you can say, dilation of blood vessels, at that time blood pressure of the body decreases, and it will sometimes cause the unconsciousness in case of individual, and it may be fatal if you can say in some cases that are having a more you can say allergic response, or you can say high allergic response in some individuals. So it also vary from person to person depending on their immunity or immune system power, you can say. So if we talk about cells, so these are specifically mast cells and basophils. Basophil cells also have response in allergic response. They are associated with mast cells to show allergic response. That may be in the form of inflammation, that may be in the form of running eyes, running nose, or watering eyes, you can say. So sneezing, you can say continuous sneezing, you can see in case of one type of antibodies are also involved. IgE, very important. These important questions are important for NEET. Which type of antibody involved in allergy? What type of cells? These are mast cells and basophils. What they release? What they specifically cause? They cause inflammations of our, you can say, sometimes in case of asthma they cause inflammation of respiratory tissue. So they cause, you can say, movement of fluid from blood to tissues, you can say. Alright, so now after doing causes, we are coming to types of allergy, different types of allergy. Let me rub the board, students. Different types of allergy, like you have heard about some persons having allergy to pollen grains. Pollen grains we have discussed, they are male gametes or gametophytes in case of plants, and in case of some gymnosperms, they are powdery in nature, and they generally you can say present in air in large amount, and that may cause allergy to some people. So we are coming to types of allergy. Types of allergy. So first of all, we are going to discuss very important and common hay fever. Hay fever. What is hay fever? Allergy due to pollen grains. Very important. Allergy due to pollen grains. Now students, not all pollen grains are allergic in nature. I am giving some example like carrot grass. Carrot grass, that is also called Parthenium, scientific name, students. This causes, the pollen grains of this specific plant causes allergy. So different plants are there that are having an allergic pollen grains. That may also differ from person to person. This is called hay fever. It may cause sneezing, it may cause running of nose and watery eyes and all that. So these are some basic symptoms. We will discuss it later. Next we are coming to second type, that is asthma. Alright, you might have heard some person is having, or some individual is having allergy from cold or allergy from foggy weather. So why it occurs? Actually in case of asthma, it is specifically related to respiratory system. Respiratory system. Alright students. So what happened? Inflammation, that is swelling, you can say. Inflammation of respiratory membranes takes place. Respiratory membranes. What happens whatever is the passage of our respiratory system is having a mucous membrane or respiratory membrane that undergo inflammation or swelling, that is again due to the blood vessels, peripheral blood vessels, the fluid from that blood vessels move into the tissues surrounding the respiratory passage, you can say, and that causes inflammation, that causes swelling, that narrow the path of our air tube or windpipe, that cause difficulty in breathing. Okay, so that is called asthma, students. Nowadays, as you see that in metropolitan cities like Delhi and other that are more, you can say, having a level, they have more pollution, air pollution level. So in that case, even children are more prone to this type of allergic response, that is called asthma. Alright, so we need to clean our environment, that corona has specifically done. All the pollution level has specifically come down because all the vehicles use really. Okay, so now we are coming to one more type of allergic response, that is fatal also, student, that is anaphylactic shock. Anaphylactic shock, as the name suggests, it is a very quick allergic response. Student, what happens? Sometimes some foreign particles, that may be some antibiotic. For example, a person is having a, you can say, is injected a antibiotic, that is penicillin, or given antibiotic. So that particular antigen, that particular antibody may involve the allergy to all tissues, or involve the body tissues of that organism, and that specifically cause dilation of blood vessels and fluid, you can say, movement from blood to other tissues. So what will happen? This cause the delay in blood pressure, and the person feel unconsciousness, and the person may die even. And this reaction is very quick and very in short duration, you can say. So that type of reaction is called anaphylactic shock. Alright, students. So we have discussed three different types of allergies here: anaphylactic shock, hay fever, and asthma. You can say this starts within minutes, you can say, within minutes, you can say many or almost all body tissues or organ, you can say, are involved. So this may be fatal also, and the person may be feel unconsciousness. Alright, students. So this is specifically important. So we must have to check whether to give any medicine to a person, whether we have to go for vaccination or injection, you can say. So we have to check that the person is specifically allergic to that very chemical or that very medicine or not. Alright, students. Now we are coming to autoimmunity. If we talk about symptoms, students, so you all are familiar to the symptoms. That may be sneezing, that may be, I'm writing here, that may be sneezing, that may be running nose, that may be blisters on skin, you can say, or itching, you can say, itching on skin. All right, or you can say watery eyes, and unconsciousness in some cases, several cases, you can say unconsciousness. So these are the some main symptoms of this allergy. Now coming to the next topic, autoimmunity. Students, as you all know, our immune system is to protect us, from disease, is to protect us from various pathogens, and the ability of our body, that is called immunity. But what happens when this ability doesn't work, this system doesn't work? In case of allergy, you can say hypersensitive immune response is there. In case of autoimmunity, auto means self. If the body is immune to cells or self, this is called autoimmunity. What happens? This is a, you can say, this immune defect, you can say, This immune defect may be genetic, alright, or unknown reasons are there. Unknown reasons are there. Students, our body, this immune system, very important point here. Immune system has an ability to recognize self and non-self. So when this ability of differentiation of self and non-self decreases, you can say, or eliminates, or you can say, the immune system is not able to recognize whether the entering particle is related to our body or not. At that time, the body start working against the own body. The immune system working against the own body parts, own body cells, and that time it harms or it damages its own body parts. That is called autoimmunity, and the response is called autoimmune response. Alright, so immune system fails to, in this case autoimmunity, immune system fail to recognize self and non-self. But what happen if our immune system start against our own RBC? What happen if it work against our own liver? So it will specifically damage to our own RBC, own liver. These are the some example on muscles. So if autoantigen, as you all know, antigen is a foreign substance that activates the formation of antibodies that specifically kills that antigen, that specifically eliminate that antigen and counter that antigen. So if autoantigen is RBC, so what will happen? The number of RBC become less in our body, and that causes anemia. That causes anemia, low blood in our body. If autoantigen is, you can say, muscle cells. So what will happen? Our immune system start damaging our own muscles, and that condition is called myasthenia gravis. What happened if our immune system attacks our own liver cells? It will attack our liver cells. So what will happen? Chronic hepatitis. These are some ill effects, or you can say harmful effects, that cause autoimmune response. Alright students, so these are the factors that our self body immune system, you can say, besides to protect us, it act against our own body, and that is a very harmful disease. I am giving you one more example, that is rheumatoid arthritis, and one more, insulin dependent diabetes. Alright, so these are two important other, along with myasthenia gravis, anemia, chronic anemia, you can say chronic hepatitis. So similarly other types of autoimmune disease are also there. So this is the basic idea students, how if the immune system of our body get weakened, how the allergy take place. If the immune system of our body start working against our own body, so how the autoimmune response take place. Okay students, thank you, and read the topic from NCERT also, and meet you in next lecture.